What's up everybody and welcome back to the Slayer's Den. Thank you guys again so much for joining me. Today we are playing a Budget Rakdos Sacrifice deck, and this one is bonkers guys because this is all commons and uncommons, but the power level is through the roof. This deck is perfect for beginners and people who don't quite have all the rares and mythic rares in their collection that the standard Rakdos Sacrifice decks have yet, so this is a great one to start off with. Now that sounds like something you're interested in. Make sure to stick around because we're going to do a quick deck breakdown and then we're going to get into some awesome gameplay in Magic the Gathering Arena. So as I mentioned, this is a budget Rakdos Sacrifice deck. The basis of Sacrifice decks is to use the value of small creatures and sacrifice them to gain value through cards like Village Rites, Plumb the Forbidden, Hobblefiend, and the passive ability of Bastion of Remembrance, which basically just drains your opponent for one whenever a creature you control dies. Now the main game plan of Rakdos Sacrifice decks are to get really cheap creatures like Archfiend's Vessel, Eyetwitch, Serrated Scorpion, Bloodsky Berserker, and Hobblefiend, and just use these to get like incremental value. Basically, we sacrifice our opponent's things with spells like Claim the Firstborn, which allows us to gain control of an opponent's creature with mana value 3 or less, and then that creature gains haste. So we're getting value by claiming an opponent's spell, attacking with it, and then sacrificing it to one of our sack outlets, so we get like double value essentially. Not only that, when some of these creatures go to the graveyard like Archfiend's Vessel and Eyetwitch, we get a secondary ability. Archfiend's Vessel allows us to create a 5/5 black demon creature token with flying if it returns from our graveyard to the battlefield. So that's really cool. We have 3 copies of Call of the Death Dweller, which allows us to return up to 2 target creature cards with total mana value 3 or less. So this is great. All of our creatures are super cheap, which means we'll be bringing back tons of Archfiend's Vessels and creating 5/5 demons. Not only that, we can bring back cards like Serrated Scorpion to drain our opponents for 2 more. And this is just part of the incremental value and incremental damage that we do in taking down our opponents. Now, as you can see, the standard Rakdos Sacrifice decks contain a ton of rares and mythic rares. Everything from Immersturm Predator, Woestrider, Bone Crusher, Rankle, Kroxa, and then all these lands that really help kind of smooth things over, and they also have great secondary abilities. But with all these rares and mythic rares, it does make it kind of budget unfriendly, and it's not really great for beginners. So the budget version I built really has a lot of cool synergies as well. It's not using any rares or mythic rares, so we're going to try out and see what we can do with this deck, see if the power level is anywhere similar, because the deck essentially does have the same game plan. Now, as far as our mana base, we have mostly black cards in the deck, so we do have 14 swamps, 6 mountains, since we do only have a few red spells in here. And then we got a couple copies of Bloodfell Caves just to maybe gain a life here or there, as well as the ability to tap for a black or a red. I think the inclusion of Hobblefiend here is really cool because not only is it a 2/1 trampler, it also allows us to use it as a sack outlet, and we can keep pumping it up with +1/+1 counters every time we sack one of our creatures or one of our opponent's creatures. So this thing can really take over a game if the opponent can't deal with it early on. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this deck. I'm super hyped to play this one for you guys. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to check this one out, and for all the support, all the likes, comments, subscribers. You guys are so awesome. And if you guys do enjoy this vid, please remember to hit the like and subscribe buttons for me, because it does help my channel out a ton. Not only that, it signals to the YouTube algorithm that I am a content creator that you enjoy, and I'm a content creator that other MTG fans will enjoy as well. So thank you guys so much. And without further ado, let's play some Magic the Gathering. Okie dokie. Yeah, we're gonna keep this. Versus Megatron 96. Okay, we'll play an Eyetwitch. Gonna play some planes, and say we swing in for 1. Play second Eyetwitch, and just keep the good times rolling. Okie dokie. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab this bad boy. Let's plumb. Sack, we'll sack 2. Like these 2. That way we get to learn as well. Grab ourselves, an Inkling Summoning. Righteous. Alright. This is going to be fun for the opponents. Grab that. Swinging for 3. We'll just sack 1 here. Draw 2. An Archfiend's Vessel. Okay, Giant Killer comes out. And a Selfless Savior. Okay. Okay, let's play Bloodsky Berserker. Bloodsky Berserker, Megatron 96. Come on. Chop chop. Play Archfiend's Vessel. Swinging for 1 here. Goes down to 11. I'll play Bloodfell Caves. And yeah, we'll just end the turn. Speaker of the Heavens. Okie dokie. Maul of the Skyclaves. Alright. Interesting. Okay, let's play Bastion of Remembrance. Bastion of Remembrance, Megatron. Okay, Megatron 96, really thinking about this decision. You know, Speaker of the Heavens with a Maul of Skyclaves, pretty scary, not gonna lie. And I think what we'll go ahead and do is Claim the Firstborn. Claim the good old Firstborn. And, yeah, let's go for it. Let us go for it. Okie dokie. Goes down to 2, then they lose 2. Oh man, that was sick. That was sick. We destroyed mono white, so that feels pretty good. GG. On to the next. Singer Autocrat, huh? Well, we do have a card draw spell. We got a removal spell. We got another card draw spell. And we have 1 creature. And enough mana to cast them all, so I guess we'll hold on to it. Guess we'll hold on to it, huh? Yeah. Play a Swamp. We'll just end the turn. I love these. I love the My Little Pony sleeves. Those are really cool. Those were from the Extra Life thing too, I think. His opponent's playing a Winota deck. Gross. Yeah, hate to see it. Let's play Bloodsky Berserker. Retriever Phoenix. Whenever you learn, you may instead retrieve a Phoenix. That's pretty sweet, actually. That's some good tech in a Winota deck, if this is in fact a Winota deck. Because all they have to do is just play a Professor, and they get to bring back one of those bad boys, and it's just like, dang, okay, I see you. I see you. We're going to do no blocks here. We're actually going to take the 4. And then, I think what I'd like to do is grab this Professor, play an Eyetwitch. Okay, that's kind of frustrating, I suppose. But yeah, so shock that's fine. Swing in for 2. Sack this. Draw a couple of good old cards. Then hopefully I can rinse and repeat. Yeah. About to exile your Retriever Phoenix, homie. Okie dokie. So, what can I bring back here? Bloodsky and Eyetwitch? Sure. Okay, so we bring back these two characters. Okay, so opponent plays Haggle with Merchant of the Veil. Interesting. Okay. I guess at the very least, I will be able to exile with Necrotic Fumes one time. Sweet. Okie dokie. We'll block here. Take 2. I'll pick up a Necrotic Fumes. Play a Mountain. Okay, so let's play Hobblefiend. We'll exile this. Then we'll just swing in for 3. Good old 3. Now we've got a handful of removal. A little bitty card draw. Self the Savior. Sure. Alright. So let's go ahead and claim their merchant. Also play an Archfiend's Vessel. And we're going to swing it for 7. Okie dokie. Plumb the Forbidden. Go and sacrifice their merchant. Draw 2. Serrated Scorpion. Pass the turn and pass the germs. Definitely like the idea of this deck. Retriever Phoenix coming back with all these learn spells. It's pretty oppressive. Oppressive and impressive. Alright, yeah, I think the opponent gets it. We were just going to remove that, so GG. That was a pretty good one. This was a pretty interesting deck. All those learn spells. First Day of Class, Professor Symbology. With Retriever Phoenix, pretty cool. Very interesting. Alright, GG. Can you guys believe that it's been almost a month since Strixhaven has been released? It's like, wow, that time went by so quickly. It's already 3, almost 4 weeks into Strixhaven Standard. Blows my mind, Outlaw Bebop. Sand has potential. I suppose we could keep it. We can cast pretty much everything here. We're gonna play a Swamp and Archfiend's Vessel. Because why not? We're gonna play another Swamp. Gonna get rid of that. Okay, and a Serrated Scorpion. Okay, so an enchantment stack. Pretty sweet. Gonna play this. Play a swing in. Opponent takes it. Sweet. Psyched you out. Bloodsky Berserker. We'll go ahead and sack this to draw 2. Beautiful, beautiful. Arcanist Owl. Okay, gross, first of all. Second of all, disgusting. So we're gonna play a Mountain. We're gonna play Bastion of Remembrance. We Claim the Firstborn. And we're gonna swing in. So Thassa comes in. Alright. So, what do we want to do here? We have some options. We'll play Claim. Play Archfiend's Vessel. And I think we just go for it. Okay. And one to turn. So basically, with that turn, we get them to tap out on all their mana. I'd say it's kind of significant here. Yeah, we're going to take 6. Thassa plus Arcanist Owl, pretty good, getting an artifact or enchantment every turn. I think we just play an Eyetwitch here. And we just pass. Yeah, no attacks in the turn. Okay. Rune of Sustenance. Okay. This becomes significantly tougher. We'll block here. They gain 6. Keep looking for enchantments. Let me see. What are our outs? I don't think we have outs. Let me see. Yeah, we don't have outs here. We have removal spells in the deck. So if you draw them there, we get rid of the Arcanist Owl and it turns off Devotion, probably to Thassa. So, yeah, just one of those things, right? Just RNG. RNGesus. Step 15. Don't you ever talk about Step 15. Okie dokie. This is a hand that exists in the game of Magic the Gathering Arena. And I guess we'll keep it, because we can cast a few different things. We'll open up the Black Lotus. Don't you talk about Step 15. Alright, we'll play this. And I think what we'll do is we'll play Serrated Scorpion. And we'll just swing in for 1 here. I'm feeling the idea of maybe just sacking one of them to Village Rites. We can kind of accelerate our game plan. Because opponent plays Cultivate, and they are just on pure Simic ramp. Gross. You hate to see it. But we need to get our card draw on. We go and swing in for 1. 16. Play this. And I think we also play this. That way when they play their Cultivator, we can remove that, just keep swinging. Oh, okay. Super interesting. Now we're going to play a Swamp. Going to play a Bloodchief here. Going to play an Eyetwitch and a Serrated Scorpion. And we'll swing in here. Sack this. Grab ourselves a Necrotic Fumes. That's 6 mana they now have. And what do they play? Mentor's Guidance. What the hell is Mentor's Guidance? When you cast a spell, copy it. If you control. Scry, then draw. Okay. So they get to draw a whole ton. Sweet. Playing a good old Quandrix deck. Quite the quandary. No blocks. Alright, so we'll swing in with everything here. This gives us some options. The amount of a bounce spell? I've not really played a deck that looks like this. I can see them bouncing. Okay, so they block like that. What we can do is sack here. Play Serrated Scorpion. We'll end the turn. So this just lets them search out lands. So I'm not really too worried about that, I guess. But I have to imagine they do have some bounce spells in here. Something like a Brazen Borrower, Into the Royal. I think that's the spell. Okie dokie. Okay, they have 4 mana left to do some craziness. Journey to the Oracle. Alright. This is crazy. I like it. Do they have a ton of lands in hand? It's a lot of lands. A lot of them were tap lands. But basically at this point we just have to get in for 1 damage and then we can sack 2 Serrated Scorpions. So our path to victory is here. Although it's likely somewhat difficult. Claim. No, that's not claim. That's not Claim the Firstborn. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna play Bloodsky Berserker here. Gives us an extra pump on our creatures. I don't know if that was the right play, because it's likely that they'll block. Oh, okay. And then they're dead. Oh, okay. So I don't really have to do too much there. Alright. Well, GG, Quandrix ramp. That was pretty interesting. They're ramping up to Jodsy. You know, I love Jodsy. Yeah, sure, we'll keep. And I think we'll probably just play Bloodfell Caves here. Just gain a life. Open up the Black Lotus for good luck. Let's see what Selfan's got going on. We can turn to Hobblefiend. Gives us a little sack outlet. We'd love to draw into our claims. Birth of Meletus. Birth of Milady. Okay. We are going to play. I think we're just going to swing in for 2 first. A little twofer here. And play a Swamp. And another Hobblefiend. And sure, we'll play a Serrated Scorpion. Fine by me. Shambling Suit. Sweet. Okay. So it's going to take their Shambling Suit. We'll swing in. Okie dokie. Karaoke. Yeah. Go get rid of the Shambling Suit. Draw a couple of cards. And play a Bloodfell Caves. And let's see, what's incoming? We're gonna play an Eyetwitch. Eyetwitch gives us a flyer in the air. So even with Sweeper on board, we get to learn. We drain him for 2, and gives us a few options basically. So even with like Shatter the Sky here, it's like not a complete blowout. Arcanist Owl, you son of a gun. Okay. Really? That's interesting. Okay. So First things first, let's go ahead and destroy Arcanist Owl. Yeah, just swing in with everything. Bring opponent down to 11. Okie dokie. Let's play Serrated Scorpion. And Hobblefiend number 2. Alright, yes. And we're just gonna end the turn. So this is looking like a control deck, right? That's odd. And a Banishing Light, sure. Sack that. Alright. I guess we gotta figure out what to do here. Can't attack, block, or activates abilities, huh? Okay, so let's go ahead and sack. Sack an Eyetwitch. Alright. So what do we got going on here? So first things first. Get rid of that. And we'll just swing it for 2. Shadow of the Sky is definitely in here, right? Lagona. Okay. Sure. You got it, boss. Okie dokie. So we could get in for 1. It kills that. Say we play Bastion. Play this. And we'll swing it for 2 here. So opponent is down to 9. ECD. Okay, so they're waiting for something to ECD. Do I want them to come back with anything is the question. Fudge. Okay, so let's go ahead and... Do we annihilate here? Or do we annihilate this and swing in 1, 2, 3? Let's annihilate here. We exile that. That way they have to use their ichthyomorphosis stuff on that. And a Shambling Suit, okay. Play Bastion. Swing in. When it's down to 2, and the turn. So as long as Bastion is here, and we pull out any sack outlet, we might be okay. Okie dokie, that's fine. Midnight Clock, okay. So, you know, that's kind of a challenge for us. Frogify, okay. See, that costs 4, so that's definitely not going to help. But we can swing in. Down to 3. Let's swamp and we'll end the turn. Okay. Here goes Bastion. Alright, we'll play Bloodsky Berserker. They have removal. They have counter spells. It's a bigger question. We can't block that, so it might be GG. If they have bounce, any kind of removal. Oh yes, let's go. Oh man. You know, it's weird. I was at 30 life and they were at 3, but it felt a lot more dire. Like, this is one of those decks that if you let go long enough, you let it do its thing, like, it will punish you. Especially a budget deck. I mean, look, they're running, this is like occasionally enchantment deck. You know, they're running a little bit more high-powered stuff than we are. Luckily, ECD didn't get to target a majority of our creatures, so it's one of those cases where it was good to have a budget deck. Faux show. Alright folks, this looks like the perfect place to end today's video, and what can I say, this was a pretty good budget deck in terms of the value you're getting from all these commons and uncommons. There's definitely a lot of powerful synergies in here. It runs essentially like your standard Rakdos deck, but you know, everything is common and uncommon, so we do struggle a little bit. We're definitely missing cards like Kroxa, we're missing cards like Woe Strider, the lands that definitely help make this run a little bit smoother, but overall the deck functions pretty great. I feel like for a budget deck, as you can see, there are a lot of really cool synergies. We're able to steal a few wins, and the power level is there if we can get all of our cards kind of like in a row. Because this is a budget deck and it's all commons and uncommons, I think it's worth a shot to try out in MTG Arena and see how it fares. One thing about starting this deck at a budget level is that you can build on it. If you don't have all the cards yet, but you do want to add some in the future, this deck could potentially become a lot more powerful. You can add the cards like I mentioned, like some Woe Striders, some Kroxas in there, Immersturm Predators, some of the lands that smooth out the mana base for this deck, and all of a sudden it's a whole different feel, a lot more power in the deck. But yeah, I think it did its job for being a budget deck. I think it's a deck that is really cool. You know, I've already put out a couple of sacrifice decks in my last few videos, and I just enjoy this archetype, and I really hope you guys do too, since I'm putting out so many of them. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the deck as much as I enjoyed playing it. Thank you guys so much for taking the time out of your day to check this one out. I really appreciate you all. If you guys did enjoy the vid, please remember to hit the like and subscribe buttons for me, because it does help my channel out a ton. Not only that, it allows the YouTube algorithm to share this video and the rest of my videos with even more MTG fans out there, and that means the world to me because it does help the Slayer's Den community grow. So yeah, thank you guys again very much for your support, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Thank you guys so much for checking out the video. If you enjoyed it, please remember to smash that like button below, and to help you stay up to date with my upcoming videos, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well. Thanks again, have a great day, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, Slayers.